Good quality audio is as important, or maybe even more important, than beautiful images, especially if you're shooting documentary or branded content. I shoot quite a lot of these projects, and most of the time it's just by myself or with a small crew. And so I had to figure out an audio kit that is easy to travel with but doesn't jeopardize on the sound quality. It took me a while to figure that kit out, and today I would like to share it with you so that you can nail the audio on your next documentary shoot. So I have a bunch of documentary shoots ahead of me in the next 2 months, and I'll be traveling most of the time, which means that I have to bring my camera and also audio gear with me. I'll definitely be shooting sit-down interviews, stand-up interviews or testimonials. I'll definitely be recording on-camera audio, and I might also have to record some ambient sounds and sound effects. Luckily, I can cover all of these with my current audio kit, so let me guide you through each individual piece that it includes. So the first piece of the kit is my Sennheiser MKE600, which is a shotgun microphone. If you were to buy one thing for your documentary shoots, it would definitely be a shotgun microphone, because you can put it on your camera to record field audio, and you can also use it for interviews. Now, obviously this is not a top tier microphone, but it has a decent quality, and for most of the stuff that I do, it's been enough. This usually goes on my camera, or as I said, when I'm shooting interviews, I'll put it on a boom pole and I'll basically rig it over the character. The second piece of the gear is also a shotgun microphone, and this is the Rode VideoMic NTG. The reason I have this is because it's a little smaller than the Sennheiser. I can also control the decibels right on the microphone, and it has a jack-to-jack connection. So basically I can put this on a mirrorless camera that doesn't have XLRs, or I can also put it on my main cinema camera if I need to run a smaller setup or I want to have a ability to quickly control the decibels. Of course, you don't need to have two shotgun microphones, but I always bring them because you also never know when one of them can fail. Together with the shotgun microphones, I of course have all the necessary cables, so XLR to XLR, 3mm jack to jack, and then I have XLR to jack, and so on and so forth. But these are just minor things, and you definitely need those to make sure that the microphones work well. When I'm using the Sennheiser microphone for interviews, I have a Rode boom pole. This is one of the cheapest options on the market, and the reason I have it is because this is around 70 centimeters long, and it actually fits into my luggage. All other boom poles are either longer, or if they're smaller, they're much more expensive. I've had this for a few years, and it's been working well. At some point I'll definitely upgrade, but so far this is pretty good. I think it extends up to 3 meters and is perfect when I'm filming interviews. In order to attach the boom pole, I also have this Matthews foldable stand. I'll put a link in the description of the video because I don't remember the exact name, but this stand is super lightweight and it's strong enough to hold the boom mic, especially if I put some sort of weight at the bottom, and it can also hold smaller lights. So I always travel with this one, and I'm looking into getting another one. What I put on the stand is this clamp that goes on top of it, and then I can put this boom pole hook straight into it like this, and then the boom pole goes here. And this allows me to basically have this very lightweight setup, but also have the ability to record interviews with the boom pole and put the microphone as close to the character as possible, obviously without being seen in the frame. In order to be able to use the shotgun mic with the boom pole, I need a long cable, so this is a 3-meter XLR to XLR cable, and I always travel with this because it comes handy when I'm recording interviews, or if I have an assistant who could actually hold the mic and have the cable go straight into my camera. Before I talk about the other mics that I use, I would just like to let you know that I have a private WhatsApp group in which I share behind the scenes, tips and tricks, and basically I kind of document daily or weekly things and my projects. So if that's something you would like to be a part of, there's a link in the description of this video. There's already about 50 people and the group is growing. It's also great to meet people from other places in the world and find collaborators for your work. Now back to the microphones. Now when it comes to Lav Mics, I just recently got the new Rode Wireless Pro. I use them in Congo Expedition. These are really nice. They come in this small charging case. So basically you can charge these microphones even in the field without the necessity of connecting a cable, which is really, really cool. and they come in two. So you can record two people at the same time. If you have two characters, one will go to the left channel, one will go to the right channel, and you only need one receiver for that. These are also internal recorders. So this allows you to basically record the audio without the camera rolling. And then the audio is saved into the microphone as a 30-bit float, which is basically like a raw audio. The microphones can run for about 8 hours at a time, and that's more than enough. I've never done a shoot that was longer than that without a break in between. So I basically never ran out of battery with these microphones. There's also a lot of accessories that comes with these microphones. So there's some magnetic plates. This allows you to basically put the microphone box on a t-shirt. I mean, that's nice when you're filming a YouTube video or maybe you're filming a travel video, but I wouldn't necessarily do this in a professional setting. There's also some cables, and apparently these microphones, the cable lavs that come with the set, are a pretty decent quality. I believe that if you would want to buy one of these separately, they are quite pricey. So it's a pretty good deal getting the Rode Wireless Pro set. The Lav Mics also come with these little clips that you can put on a t-shirt or a shirt. But what I found out is that the microphone doesn't really hold well inside these. So I think the design of these could be much better, but I rarely use this. I would usually want to put the microphone underneath the t-shirt and either stick it to someone's chest or stick it into the inner part of the shirt. Either you can use a medical tape, which is great because it's sweat-proof and so it will hold on someone's body for quite long. I unfortunately ran out of it, so I need to get a new one. But what I started using last year are these mini stickers called Rycoat. And basically it's a sticker that you can put on someone's body. It's very strong glue, but also easy to remove. And then you stick the microphone on top of it, and then you can put a little bit of this foam kind of over it as a dead cat. Now, in order to make sure that the sticker holds properly, you kind of want to put it on a shaved skin. That's why I always carry a little razor with me. And if I'm doing an interview with someone, I just kindly ask them if we could, shave off 1 centimeter of the hair and then put the sticker on. This also prevents the hair from touching the microphone and you will get much clearer audio. So we've covered the shotgun mics, the lav mic, and the last microphone that I carry with me is this audio recorder, Zoom H5. I don't always bring it with me, but I'll definitely bring in for the productions that I have ahead of me, because we might have to be recording ambient sounds and sounds of nature, or sounds of specific instruments. So this is really nice because I can put my headphones and I can get this really close to the sound source, and I can really tune in the decibels and everything so that the audio comes out clear. Unfortunately, this is battery powered, so you always need to carry AA batteries with you. It would be awesome if this just has an internal battery and you can charge it with a cable. But I'm sure that the newer Zoom recorders have that capability. And the last thing that I carry with me is this little pouch, which includes headphones in it. And I always have this on my backpack, especially if I'm shooting documentary and I'm carrying my backpack around. So this way I basically never forget my headphones. And so this is everything that is currently in my audio kit. I also want to give you some bonus tips. So if you're gonna be using a shotgun mic and you're gonna be using it on a boom pole, try to get it as close as you can to the character without obviously being in the frame. But instead of pointing it at someone's mouth, kind of point it on a person's chest, because the sound, the deep sound that makes for good audio actually comes more from this area rather than from your mouth. So this way you will get a better quality audio. The second tip would be to make sure that you put the lav mics properly, because sometimes you might put a lav mic and then later on you're recording and you're listening to it and you realize that the shirt is just touching it. These rustle noises are very, very difficult to remove. So I would always put the lav mic and then try to get the character move around, use their hands, walk around and see if it holds well and if there's no rustle coming from the t-shirt or other parts of the body. Another tip would be to record multiple sources of audio, because you never know what can happen with one or another. So maybe you're recording a lav, but there's a rustle. In that case, you still have the shotgun as a backup, and vice versa. And the last tip would be If you can, always try to bring an audio person, because this way you will have one less thing to think about and you will have a dedicated professional to record audio. So this is all of the gear that I currently use. And as I said, this is not the top tier gear, but it's good enough to create short documentaries or even long form documentaries. In the end, the most important thing is how you can leverage and use the equipment that you have. As I said in the beginning, the next 2 months will be full of documentary shoots for me, and that means that there's going to be a lot of BTS videos and tutorials. If that's something that you would like to be notified about, subscribe and hit the bell button so you're the first one to know when the video comes out. That's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
And all the times we spent